Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us for the Racing Dudes Live. I'm Magic with Aaron and Mike Somich, and today, gentlemen, it is Racing Dudes tournament time. Without any further ado, let's just go ahead and celebrate the winner right here on top. Dr. Tang wins it in one race. Everybody's fighting for second, Mike.
I mean, it's been interesting. We've had 4 chalky results and 1 bomb. And so this is kind of what you get when that one person has the 1 bomb. They vault themselves immediately to the top, and everyone else is kind of treading water underneath, because if you're playing these 3-2 shots that are winning, congratulations, you're getting $6 at a time. Doc just dropped a $57 bomb on your head, and now you got to try and catch them with these 3-2 shots, which is very, very difficult to do. Now, that being said, I do think the last 2 at Belmont are 2 of the more likely price races. So, and the Woodbine 8, I believe, is a wide open race as well. So we do have 3 races that could result in a price, and somebody could chase down the good doctor.
Aaron, you are toiling towards the bottom there with me. I've just had one horse hit the top 2, and I think same for you. Otherwise, how's your day going?
Yeah, I picked all long shots. I tried to pick unique horses, and it's funny. I had a unique horse in the race. The Dr. Tane also had a unique horse, and his unique horse beat mine. So that was not good. I've got a horse here that I think only me and maybe one other person is using. No, it is a unique horse, actually. I have the 6 in the tournament here, and nobody else has it. So I feel like, Dr. Tane definitely jumps out to a lead that's going to be hard to catch, but at least I have horses that if I could get hot, could catch him potentially. So that's good. But no, it's been good. I like I said last week, my strategy, or 2 weeks ago, my strategy was to get unique horses, and I failed. And this week, I did better. So I feel actually better about what I did this week.
Well, we do have Belmont Park 2 minutes to go for race 8. And on this live show, we got lucky with the way that the tournament was designed. We're going to get 5 races to you rapid fire here. So, Mike Somich, 2 minutes to post for race 8. And the 5 horse is the favorite, but 3-1. You were mentioning that these last 2 at Belmont, good betting opportunities starting here.
Yeah, I mean, look, Lord Flintshire makes a ton of sense, right? Stretching out here, going 1 mile and an 1/8 off those 2 mile and 16th races. This is the first time this horse got 1 mile and an 1/8, but being by Flintshire, you'd think that the distance isn't going to be much of an issue here. So the 5 is a logical favorite. The 5 has been running around the 7 Rally Squirrel and running around the 8 Timbuktu. So those 2 horses also ones that are kind of logical. You're getting a little better price on both of those, sitting on the board at 7-2 for Rally Squirrel and 7-1 for Timbuktu. But to me, I think there's a lot of different places you could go. I personally went with the 4 horse here, Frontline Dancer, second off the layoff, who I think has a chance to really improve. This is a War Dancer out of a Dynaformer mare, so War Front on top, Dynaformer on the bottom. That screams the extra distance, and it kind of got stopped last time as well. So I like the 4 at a price at 8-1, but you got the 9 sitting on the board at 9-1. I don't think the 10's impossible. I mean, you could find some numbers here. And Aaron, you landed on the 6, who's currently 11-1. What was your reasoning behind that?
Yeah, I put the 6 on top for the tournament. And listen, it's a new trainer, and he hasn't had too many starts at Belmont Park, but he's a 22% trainer overall. And look who jumps aboard, Irad Ortiz. And so that was a sign for me. It's like, okay, I think this horse, even though on form, we're going to have to do a little bit of improving, but maybe there are signs that this horse is getting ready to improve here. A horse by Animal Kingdom out of a Bernardini mare. So I don't think 1 mile and 1/8 is going to be any trouble whatsoever for this horse. And I thought, this is kind of one that makes a little bit of sense. And, I debated between that and my actual top pick, the 8. But I thought more people would have the 8 because of the connections of Brad Cox. But listen, this is another horse, the 8. If you want a price here, is 7-1. A second off of a long layoff. Last time out wasn't horrible. Could improve. So, 7-1 is a good price for that 8 horse as well.
I looked at the 8. I looked at the 10 Eddie the Great as well. He's getting back into state bred company and doing it for the first time on the turf, which I think is interesting. And you're getting, 24-1 right now. I thought that was an interesting tournament horse as well. I think there's 110. So there's one person who's taking the shot there as well. So this was a good race from a tournament perspective. You got a lukewarm favorite where if you want to take the stand and play the 5, that's a pretty valuable $8 because everyone else is going to spread around and not use the 5. But at the same time, if you find the price, it can vault you right to the top of the leaderboard.
Well, and the 5 likes to hang. The 5 likes to look like he's going to get the win and then not do it. And Dennis asked real quick about the 4. I thought about the 4 a little bit. I've got the 4. I think I had him 4th. I think that horse has a shot as well. So here we go. We're in the gate.
It's going to be interesting to see what the pace is like in this race. The paces have been absolutely all over the place today at Belmont over the turf. You've had, a 23-second in a turf sprint. You've seen them go faster in a turf mile. So 22 seconds in a turf mile. So we'll see what they do here going a mile and an eighth.
Well, the 2 looks like it's going to get out in front. I feel like I'm doing this like we're doing like a live video. I'm trying to be professional. It's like, no, nobody cares about this. 2's out in front. Pretty clear.
Yeah, I thought Rally Squirrel would be on the lead, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised that 7 isn't up front. I like your spot for your 6 here because they're not moving quickly. And one thing I think it's important to note, wow, 23 and 4, that's pretty quick. One thing I do think is important to note at Belmont, mile and an eighth is really fast in that first turn. Magic and I talked about it for the podcast that we did the late pick 4 at Belmont tomorrow. That first, like the 10, 11, 12, all got hung wide there because that came up so quickly on them.
And Flavian Pratt on the 9, who I picked, like he didn't break immediately on top, and Pratt pulled back and steered and immediately hit the rail before they even were turning. So I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but at least it saved the ground.
I love that Irad put the 6 in the race. Who knows if the horse can be good enough? But yeah, I'm with you. The 8 sitting there pretty good too, and the 7 as well. Lord Flintshire kind of where he always is. Let's see if that actually can kind of close in and win this one as the favorite here.
I almost wanted to pick Rally Squirrel just because of the name. Like that is a great name for a horse,
especially if you're a St. Louis Cardinal fan.
All right, the 4 and the 5 both starting to move. But
well, my 9's moving on the rail pretty well there. Come on, Flavian, get him going, Flavian.
Here comes
Irad just tipped out.
The 7.
Here comes that's the 5 coming down the middle.
Yeah.
Come on,
6. Get up there and win that thing.
God,
come on, Irad.
They went too slow in the middle.
Oh, Irad's gonna get it there.
Come on, Irad.
We got there.
All right. There we go.
Nice little 11-1 number for Mr. Halterman.
And
let's do a quick scroll here.
First-time starter for a 26% trainer from Louisiana Downs and Evangeline Downs. Gets Irad to ride at Belmont. Nothing.
That's the thing. That's why I picked this horse, because I thought a lot of people that play New York, they may not know who this guy is, but he's not a bad trainer, and that's my knowledge of handicapping all the tracks. I knew who he was, so that worked out.
You actually have a couple horses tomorrow coming in from Parks as well, with high percentage trainers entering maiden special weights, and that's always interesting to me because you're specifically going for the bigger pools there. You're like they've got one race in at Parks. They decide, okay, we're going to send it to Belmont and see what we can do there.
Everybody who I think was the 8th the most commonly picked horse in this race. No, the 3 was. The 3 came running late too. The 8, if you had the 8, man, you had to be so mad at Aaron and his Bree. I'm looking at you. Bree had that. Jared had the 8. Oh, you should text Jared right now because he's not here. Let him know that you got his 8-1 with your 11-1 at the wire.
Just Magic. Give him a call and leave a voicemail. See how he takes it.
Oh, that's right. Let's do it now live. He loves it when we do that.
The one thing about it, the 8 was the top pick on the website, which would have been great at 8-1. So it's good and it's bad, I guess. But listen, like I said, tried to pick unique horses in each race, got one home, so that was nice.
Well, I think these tournaments are actually a really good handicapping tool as well. If you're used to playing favorites or you have a hard time getting around them, I think these tournaments are a great way to rethink how you're handicapping in some situations and give horses chances that you wouldn't necessarily give chances to. And then you can kind of take that and blend that in with your pick 4 and pick 5 strategy, because this 6 horse is going to pay more than 11-1 in the pick 4 and the pick 5. Like that is a game changer here from this perspective, even with Irad aboard. And so being able to find horses like this and give them a chance, if you're going 4 deep in this race, that 6 is not a bad horse to be using, right? And so it's how do you add those type of horses into your multi-race tickets as well and see how you can blow it up. And this exact is going to pay stacks, and it's your tournament horse over your top pick.
Yeah, exactly. And guess you didn't bet that exact on me. So good job.
All right, Laurel 9 is up next, and we are just 2 minutes from the gate here. So we are coming fast and furious. I thought this was an interesting tournament race as well. We are unfortunately not going to be able to have a conversation about Asking for a Basket, which is one of Magic and I's favorite horses to talk about. But Asking for a Basket is here.
When I saw that.
Where did you guys end up here? Short field? Did you look for a big price? Did you chalk out and try and just take the money? Aaron, where did you end up in here?
I put the 5 on top in this one, and this is another one I didn't think very many people would use the 5, and a few did here. Listen, the horse is taking a big jump up in class, but we've got 2 wins in a row on the form here. And what are we at? We're at 6-1 now on this horse, and I think it just makes sense here. First off, the claim for a trainer that's pretty solid, solid jock on as well. So I thought we'd take a shot here with the 5. And listen, I'm getting the price I want. 6-1 is just fine. Obviously, the horse is going to have to run. I think the 2 is going to be really tough to beat in here, but 3-5 is just not going to do any good in this tournament. So I took a shot with the 5.
Magic, where'd you land?
I mean, I'm on the 2. The only one that to me that made sense in this field, aside from the 2, was the 1 and the 1 scratched. This is, if you look at, we've got 5 horses now. All 5 of them are like to go fast early. The 2 is by far the fastest of all of them, and it's the top trainer in Maryland, Brittany Russell, with Jevian Toledo. Now that Brittany's husband Sheldon retired, now Jevian gets all the best horses. So, it's a shitty price. I knew it was going to be a shitty price, but like I said, the 1 was the only horse at a price I considered.
Breaking news: 2 is scratched. We've got a gate scratch of your 2-5 favorite at Laurel, the 2 horse. So everyone who had the 2, you're now getting your alternate. So I hope you paid attention to who you put in as your alternate.
I put in the 5, Jimmy the Kid,
because that is going to change up the complexion of it a little bit. Ironically, I would like the 3 now, or because I didn't play the 3 or the 4 because I thought the speed of the 2 was going to kill them both, and so I thought the 4, the 5, and the 6 was the playable horses here. I have the 5 as well, but I kind of wish I took one of the 2 speeds now because I think they are a better chance of winning this race than they did right before that scratch happened.
Wow.
Why does Laurel ruin it every time? Last time it was they don't have any good weather, so we have 3-horse fields. Jesus.
This puts everybody in play. This 3, 4, 5, and 6 are very similar, where the 2 was a big-time standout. So
if Baskin wins this, goddamn.
This really does put everybody in play. It almost makes you now just well, I mean, nothing you can do now. I mean, I can't believe that. Now, here's this what I was waiting for. So 9-5 on the 3, 7-5 on the 4, and 3-1 on both the 5 and the 6. There we go.
We are also 2 minutes from Woodbine 8th right now, so they are on the track approaching the gate in Woodbine 8th as well. This one's a little more wide open. You've got a 5-2 favorite on the rail. Pretty much anyone else is going to pay $10 to win or more. Did you guys have a big opinion in Woodbine 8, or is that a race where you just kind of you were taking a little bit more of a shot?
Go ahead, Magic.
I had a pretty big one here. I don't usually like to take horses jumping up from maiden wins into allowance company, and especially we have a horse leaving maiden claiming company. But the 8, Mr. Crowley, I like a lot here. I like the outside draw. I like the move to the trainer, Martin Drexler, who's got great stats with this kind of a move. Justin Stein, one of the top riders out at Woodbine. So I think this is a great move, and I think the horse has got a ton of speed when there really isn't a lot other in the speed. So the outside draw doesn't bother me. If he can get the distance, look out.
I actually didn't use the 8 because I thought he would be more used in the tournament. It's one sometimes you have like the lone speed solo horse. Everyone gravitates toward that, and the 8 is clearly lone speed. I think it'll be loose, and the question is, can someone catch him? I specifically went with the 4 instead because I thought the 4 would be less used. And I think it's a little bit more 8s than 4s. 4s coming off a layoff, Newport agent. It's going to be the first time out as a 4-year-old. If we can take a step forward off those races, I think they both fit. We're getting a pretty good price right now, sitting on the board at 9-1 as they walk in. Woodbine actually going to go first. Aaron, who did you use at Woodbine here?
I used the 4 at Woodbine coming off a layoff, but I do think the horse first out as a 4-year-old has room for improvement. A pretty good trainer up there, so I took a shot with the 4.
And the 8 is the most used horse in the tournament. 6 uses, and the 4 has 5. So those are the 2 most popular used horses in the tournament.
I just want to get any money. I don't care if anybody else used it. I just want to get money. It doesn't happen very often.
And we're gonna go. I think they're gonna break it.
Laurel just went off.
Laurel's off.
All right, so we're down at Laurel first. It looks like the 3 and the 5 go into the front here. I'm surprised the 5 will lead.
Yeah,
Come on, 5 horse.
Are we all on the 5 now?
I'm on the 5.
I'm on the 5, yeah.
I'm on the 5.
Aaron was on the 5 before it was cool to be on the 5.
I'm afraid we're going to duel into the ground, though.
I think it was at the 6. I think Baskin is going to fly right past us, and Mike and I get to scream at that horse again.
Hey, they properly placed in the damn thing finally.
That's true.
Won 3 of his last 5. I couldn't believe that. I was like, hey.
When I got Woodbine on the big screen, I got Laurel on the small one, so I just see blurry silk colors.
Five's retaking the lead.
Put that horse away and then hold off that donkey. Come on.
I mean, the 6 isn't really moving. If you can.
That's kind of how Baskin does it.
Yeah. Come on, 5. Come on,
Put
Jimmy.
him away.
Come
Put him
on,
away.
Jimmy.
Put him away. Don't
Get rid
re-rally.
of this 3. Come on.
Come
That ain't
on,
Barber
5.
Road. Come on.
Come on, 5.
Oh, geez, here comes Baskins, the grinding
Oh,
Baskin.
Baskin's going to get him.
No.
Oh.
Baskin got him. Come on.
5 did the dirty work, too. Oh, well.
Oh.
All right,
that
place
hurts.
money. All right, we're off at Woodbine. The 8
Do we
did
get
clear
place
rather
money
easily.
for a 4-horse field?
Oh, my 4's.
I don't know if you get place money. That's a good question, Magic.
I really don't know if we're going to get that or not.
Mr. Crowley, clear leader here, 24-2 or 23-2 to start opening
Crowley.
quarter. 4 is in last place there, and don't love that.
No.
Although
No.
Crowley looks like he's backing it up something fierce now. So the 8-7 Super River takes the lead on the outside. The pack of horses all chasing him.
Jeez. Yeah, Crowley's. The fact that Crowley's made it this far looking the way he has, he's going to. There he goes. Okay, bye-bye.
Your favorite trying to get a seam here, the 1 horse, and see if he's able to find it. The 5 horse, 5-1 Galveston trying to come up and take the lead. Here comes a 3 on the outside. He looks like the real threat. 9-2 Perfect
your
Crime.
4-horse passed somebody. Your 4-horse passed my 8-horse.
Yeah, he passed 2 or 3.
7-3.
7-3.
That should shake things up. That's 8-1 there.
There's a couple that's got the 7. It looks
Kevin
like.
Harrow down here with the 7. Nick
Uh-huh.
Sievers with the 7. He's going to get. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, so Kevin and Nick, only 2 of the 7. That's going to be about a $30 horse, close to it. But Doc does get some place money there, which may actually matter long run. And he had Doc also had Baskin.
Yep. It was a big race for Doc to get Baskin, even though it's 2-1. It's getting tight now. Well, tighter. He's still in good shape.
You're going to have to get a bomb in one of these last 2 for someone to get him. Let's hit the refresh button here. Woo, Halterman within $15.
Yeah.
But he just spread you back out there. I think he's back up to $25-$30 lead.
The 5 would have been big if he would have held on. Well, I mean, not huge, but would have made a difference for sure.
That's $8 difference.
Yeah, 5-1. Oh boy, goodness. Yeah. Gosh. Oh well, we still got 2 races left. I still feel pretty good because I've got prices. It always helps.
We somehow got 420 on Jimmy the Kid.
Okay.
They did count it for us. I guess if it was 3 horses, then we wouldn't have gotten. Then they just do win bet, right? So.
Yeah. So now I'm
$21
still
with a place money coming. He's probably going to be up 27 on you. Bree sitting there holding down 3rd spot. Let's see. Did anybody else pick up the? Oh, actually, Kevin Harrow probably going to jump up here with that 7 to 3rd. Maybe even catch you, depending on how much the place money is. Nick Seaver is going to get involved here as well. And Nick has Bree blocked. Nick's 5-11 to close. Brett's 5-11. Bree's at 5-11 to close there.
Yep. I think that's going to be real close for 3rd. We're myself and Kevin and Nick are all going to be real tight going in those last 2 races.
Woodbine takes their sweet ass time to throw up prices too, so we'll have a minute before this actually goes official.
I think the doctor is still in real good shape.
It's because they have to convert it, Mike.
I don't think that's it.
No, I don't think so either. I think he just lied to us.
But I had you for a second.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was back to back to back. That 2 scratching was massive.
Yes.
Completely changes the prices, and I bet the 5 doesn't do the dirty work if the 2 is still in there.
Yeah.
So the trips would have been quite different as well.
Well, where did Baskin suddenly figure out, find that gear? It was 16th pole, and it was all right, now we go.
Well, I don't know how fast they went. Let's see what the time was.
The 5 might have just completely fallen apart at the 16th pole.
That gear might have been Jimmy the Kid stopping.
Not a man yet.
Knowing that horse, you have to think that he stopped.
Giving too much credit to Baskin.
Yeah. So, gosh, a lot of people played the 11 in the last at Laurel. It looks like that are going to be involved here late. So that's okay. It's going to come down to Laurel, which I hate Laurel. So there's that.
These are two good closing races. This race is
sure.
wide open, and the Belmont race, Belmont 9th, and you've got your most likely favorite. I thought was going to be on the outside, the 12 horse, who was coming out of Chad Brown Barn, was 7-2 morning line. That 12 post is awful in turf sprints right now. It is almost impossible to win from the 10, 11, 12 posts. And then the 9, sitting on the board at 3-1, I don't think is anywhere near a moral lock. You have Irad on a Clement horse and Rosario on a Clement horse that were morning line 10-1 and 12-1 in a turf sprint at Belmont. That was wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, this race is just nuts. And this is what's been closing Belmont off every day in this meet. Just nutty races. Like yesterday, you had a maiden claimer that was just atrocious. And now you've got a maiden special weight that the horses look better, but my goodness, it's wide open as can be. So it's a really good closing race. And I think I used the 3 and it's 11-1. So listen, what am I worried about? 3 wins this race at Belmont. No big deal. We're going to win this thing, right?
You're golden, man.
Yeah. Still no prices from Woodbine, of course. My goodness.
Yeah, they take their sweet time.
Yeah.
It's not even official yet, let alone prices.
Well, I heard they had to convert it, and that's why.
Yeah. That exchange rate is just fluctuating so heavily at 5 o'clock on a Friday, you just never know.
Correct. Yes, correct. Oh, man. That was fun. I like the tournaments where it's boom, boom, boom like that. That's fun.
This is going to be fun to end it, too, because we're going to probably have, 5 minutes, maybe, between the Belmont and the Laurel race. So it'll be a quick fire here on these last two as well. I think it was 5 races in 45 minutes here to close this out, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What's interesting about the 2 Clement horses that you talked about, neither of them have gone 1 turn before. They're all 2-turn horses cutting back to sprinting for the first time.
So Doc is up to a $25.60 lead here over Halterman with 2 left. Kevin Harrell sitting in 3rd, Nick Sievers 4th, Breeze sitting in 5th, Jared down there in 6th, Amber sitting in 7th, Chancey 8th, Brian 9th, and Mark sitting there in 10th. There's still, the last race at Laurel, you've got a lot of 1s and a lot of 11s. So this is a key race here because you've got to get ahead of whoever has your horse in the last. So about, what is that? 8 of the top 11 are all jockeying for position here because they don't have unique horses in the last race.
This is one of those things where usually I'm kind of on more of your logical horses in this, and now I'm probably going to get edged out by some logical horses for 2nd and 3rd instead of getting edged out by a long shot. So I feel really happy. But listen, I can beat Dr. Tang at this point, and so that's kind of the goal, is to win. So I feel a lot better about how I did this today. So if anybody cares.
I think it's important. Your handicapping style is more you gravitate more towards shorter prices a lot of times, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And so the ability to adjust and understand, okay, I cannot continue to play these short prices and be successful in tournaments is an important way to kind of adjust your thinking. And Dr. Tang, I don't know, Doc, let me know if you're still in 1st in the BCBC too. He's up there. He was the only one with a 9 in the BCBC in a $500 tournament to get a $10,000 seat, right? So that, you have to play that style. And if you are, you're able to separate yourself from the field. And so you can see it just takes one of these horses and some place money, and all of a sudden you're really tough to beat, tough to catch. And so being contrarian, being able to take prices is huge, because a lot of times if you get a $20 place, that'll pay more than the winner, right? And so you're able to run 2nd and still have the quote unquote best horse in the race. I don't think people realize how often that happens.
Just give me this 3 horse. That's all I'm saying. Give me this 3 horse here at Belmont. I don't care about your analytics. Just give me this 3 horse.
Definitely not analytics, but
Aaron has turned into Slim for the next 12 minutes. You can say anything you want. It's just going to go in one ear and out the other until his race is over.
Give me this 3. Give me this 3 at Belmont. Also, the 8 at Laurel would be fine. Oh my God, the 8 at Laurel was 30-1 morning line, is now 6-1. What is going on?
Well, they saw how high you've been in the tournament, Aaron. Everybody's been thrown in late.
All that.
That's just it. I hate these tournaments because I'm not doing worth a shit. I just got one horse and look where I'm at. Like I don't feel like I've done that good, but
I'm here. Now, Aaron, the 8 is $111 for the daily double. The next lowest daily double is $58. So I think you'll be fine on the price side.
So it's coming back up, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because we need this horse to win.
Somebody smoked a lot of hooky before they bet, apparently.
A lot of who?
Hooky, that's the horse's name.
Was that the horse's name?
You
No.
don't even know the damn horse's name.
The horse's name is 8 Horse.
I've got to. It's magic and 2 Somiches. Welcome, everybody.
Unbelievable. So Doc has a $16 lead for a BCBCC right now. And the top 3 people all have the 2 in the last at Laurel. So he's in a good spot if this doesn't get really kooky for a $10,000 BCBCC with the same picks that's winning this tournament.
So is he okay, so it's the exact same races?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to keep us updated on that one as well. Because this is fun and we're having fun, but that is super important that he gets that. So
he is still chasing the BCBC and NHC seed. I get reminded about that every week when he qualifies for one of these tournaments. So I hope he's able to get the job done here and get that BCBC locked up.
Just so he's not texting you.
Definitely update us and tell us where he's at going into that last one as well. That's going to be fun. So does he have the same horses, the 4 and the 2?
Yeah, here, I'll
okay.
Give me 1 second. I'll just share it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That'd be good. Instead of me just guessing and not listening to your answers. Here we go. Okay. Oh, come on, Doc.
Yeah, so he's in a pretty good spot here when you look at it because he's got about a $16 lead over second place, and he's got $20 on third, but they all have that 2 in Laurel in the last. So I don't even know if the 8 or the 3 catch him here.
Well, the 3 would catch him.
At Belmont, yeah.
Yeah, and I have the 3 in this contest. So this is where this gets shitty because now it's like I kind of want to win, but I also don't want him to lose that seat.
So yeah, he's if the 8 or 3 wins, he's blocked, right? But if they don't win, then he's got them blocked, and then it's down to the 6, the 7, the 3, the 1, the 6, and if someone can catch him there, and this is a great tournament. If you ever want to play BCBC, I would highly recommend checking this out. There's $50 qualifiers, and they run all week to get into these tournaments that are $500 on the weekend. And one BCBCC for $10,000, a $10,000 tournament where you play. I think for the last couple of years, the winner's gotten between $450,000 and $500,000. You get 2 tickets to the Breeders' Cup. They give you a flight. They give you a flight out there, 2 tickets to the Breeders' Cup, and a $10,000 entry with a $7,500 betting voucher, which you try and run up as high as you can. Last year, I think the winner was $150K, right around there. And so it's a lot of fun to participate in, but this is the best way to try to get into those tournaments.
I'm super nervous. Tang Sweat. I am too. I'm really nervous now. Listen, I'm going to sacrifice this. I'm not going to root for this 3 now that I know that the 3 is going to knock you out of a seat. So
if you get involved in tournaments too, you get in these situations because he's also sitting in 10th for an NHC seat, and the top 3 go to NHC.
Oh my God.
So if this goes 4-2, my guess is he picks up an NHC seat on top of the BCBC seat. So Doc's got a stressful 30 minutes here because it could be a 20 grand type of day for him.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Doc. Get this 4 home. Let's go. 4. 4 knocks me out of a pick 5 as well. So come on, 4. Get the 4 home.
But it's funny how when you play these, you get in these situations where you just end up with a bunch of these horses where you really need them. And it's multiple tournaments that you're trying to win. When I had my big day 2 weekends ago, I was trying to win. I think it was 6 separate tournaments with the same picks. If you qualify for a bunch, you get in those positions where you just got to get that one big day that pays for months of playing.
Yeah. Absolutely, I could definitely see it for sure. If you're playing these, how it could get really weird, really quick if you get hot. Oh man, it's funny because you didn't show me. If you hadn't shown me that, I'm like sweating out trying to get $100, and he's over here trying to get 10 grand. It's like, well, what's really important right now? I'll root for the 4.
But it's one of the reasons we chose these Friday feature tournaments. You can compare yourself. Like once you start playing these more, you can say, okay, what was my score? What does it look like if I'm trying to get a BCBC seat? What does it look like for an NHC seat? Like it gives you a good barometer with a very low cost of entry decide, hey, do I want to try the $18 qualifier to get in the NHC? Do I want to play the $50 qualifier for the BCBC to try and get that $10,000 seat? Because it's pretty cool. You guys got to we were all at Breeders' Cup together, and they take care of you if you're in the BCBC. You get passes, multiple passes, you get to go in the rooms, the whole thing. So it's fun.
It was a lot of fun, yeah. And it was great just not having to qualify and just having that anyway because of all the people we knew. That was even better.
That was the best part, yeah. No stress.
Yeah,
no
to be honest, that's why I'm rooting for Dr. Tang so hard because I know Somich isn't going to get us in, but Dr. Tang will. So
you're killing me, man.
We need to do these every week. This is the most fun I have every 2 weeks. It's just jacking around on these shows. So.
Well, it's fun to we always handicap these bigger races. It's fun to talk about these races than the tournament side of it, and then obviously to have the bigger sweats is fun too with Doc here. Yeah,
it's very cool, very very cool. 5 minutes until Belmont, by the way, and Dr. Tang's horse is 18-1. So if the 4 wins this race, he's gonna probably get an NHC seat. He's gonna be in the driver's seat going in the last race.
He's going to be feeling pretty good about his chances. We'll put it that way. I think that locks up the BCBC, actually. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. That's just it. Yeah, the BCBC, I don't think anybody could catch him. And obviously nobody would catch him in this tournament as well. I think he's got the big one, the Racing Dudes tournament, locked up. So
this is a crazy race, though. You have, just from a betting perspective, you got 3 horses in a 12-horse field under 10-1.
Yeah.
9 of the 12 horses are over 10-1. That's crazy. So if it's not a quote unquote chalky horse, which is 3-1 and 7-2, it's 8-1 or better. This is a wonderful, wonderful betting race.
It is. It definitely is. There's 100 different ways you can go in this one. Yeah, I like the 5 a little bit here, and the 5 is 8-1, and like I said, it's Brad Cox, it's Flavian Pratt. It's a horse that was coming off a 2nd place effort at Churchill in a maiden special weight last time out. What's wrong with betting that horse to win at 8-1, right?
I wouldn't talk you off betting the 2, the 1. The Sherry DeVoe, she's 10% first time out with a positive ROI, but 27% in turf sprints. Horse has a bullet work over Keeneland's grass 3 back, 15-1 on the rail with John Velasquez. It's 17-1 right now. That was one that I considered in these tournaments too. There are some wild choices you could go. You got Clement, the best turf sprinting trainer, period, with the 2 best turf sprinting jockeys, period. And they're both double digits right now in the 2 and the 7.
It's crazy. And there's no world beaters in the race. There's nobody to be, scared of whatsoever in this race. That's the other thing. Sometimes you get prices on that, but yeah, Chad's dropped in a monster that's 4-5. That's not the case, And like you pointed out, he's got the 2nd choice here with the 12, but those outside posts have not done well at Belmont on these turf sprints. So it's completely wide open.
Magic, who'd you end up here at Belmont?
So 2 weeks ago, I had a horse that I co-owned that was racing, and I picked her, and she won. So I'm doing the same thing with Frosted Oats. Listen, this horse actually, like a Moray, was, to me, I think is deserving of favor. Moray was like the sub-even money. But Frosted Oats, her return as a 3-year-old, she was chasing a horse named Osiria, who was gate to wire, had pretty easy fractions, basically 22 flat, 44 wasn't really being pushed that much, the winner was, and so couldn't really gain on her in the stretch. And you see that she kind of fell off there at the end. Luis Saez looked back. He saw that nobody was catching him. He realized he wasn't catching the winner. So inside the 16th pole, just kind of said, all right, we'll save her for the next time. She's now getting Lasix for the first time in her life. She really, other than that debut at Saratoga, her other career efforts have all been pretty solid. You see who she was keeping company with last year in Consumer Spending and McCulloch, and Luis Saez riding. Yes, for the tournament purposes, not the horse you should probably pick in here, but is a horse that I do co-own, and I really do think has a chance to win. And yeah, I'm gonna ride with her. I really do think she's got a good shot.
I don't hate it. I had the 9 was one of my top picks for the race. I just didn't play it in the tournament because I liked the prices. I actually had the 9 on top, but I didn't play in the tournament because of the prices. And to me, this was one of those races where you kind of had to take a swing, and I didn't think 5-1 was going to hold on the morning line either. I thought that was going to be cut down.
It's a my racehorse. No, it's a my racehorse with a chance to win. They never hold their morning line. And if you see a my racehorse horse that is around the morning line or is like better price than that, that means they've told the owners the horse is not going to run worth shit. So, yeah, that's how you can tell that.
So they actually are honest with them.
They'll tell
sometimes?
you no. If you read between the lines, it's one of those things. If you can like read between the fluffy trainer speak, you go, "Oh, this horse is actually like dog food." So okay, never mind.
Well, that's kind of.
That got dark quick.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I forgot you're the only one that's allowed to make those jokes on this show.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Got 1 minute to Belmont, and the 8 has taken a ton of money, dropped down all the way to 5-1 now. Your third choice. Laurel Park, we're in the paddock. So we're going to have a nice little, I think we're going to go with Belmont. We're 7 minutes to Laurel. So that's going to go pretty quickly right after. So we're going to have a back-to-back fires here, which is going to be kind of nice.
Yep, it's going to be cool. Oh, man. Come on, Dr. Tang. Let's do this. Let's do it.
You want to talk about the 8 horse? Did you bring her up at all? Dennis brings up something interesting here. Did you guys?
Well, I think, Aaron, if you like the 3, you should talk about the 5, you should talk about the 8.
Yeah, finished right behind the 8, the 5 last time out. And listen, this is our second time, our second race. Different trainer, was with Tomlinson, now with Bill Mott. Jose Ortiz jumps aboard. We're stretching out in distance today. This horse could be really good. I agree. I'm not going to talk anybody out this horse. 6-1. It's definitely a square price. We'll see. Going to have to run a little better early. Didn't have a really good start early in that race, but this is a pretty decent horse, no doubt.
Broke from the 12 post that day as well. So breaking 12 out of 12 in a turf sprint at Churchill was not a good thing for this horse, this meet. So now to have breaking out of the 5 post, we'll see if that helps at all.
The 8 would not be good for me in the tournaments. It'd knock me out probably because Kevin has the 8 and Cheney has the 8. There's a few. Jennifer has the 8.
That would actually be, well, Cheney and Kevin, that would be big because it really cements them as the top 1 and 11 going into the last race.
Yep.
Jared's got the 9, and her price is actually going up a little bit as we go. She's now 9-2.
I didn't use this Chad Brown horse, the 12 horse. Definitely could win, but you just knew this horse was going to be the favorite. And that post has been so bad at Belmont. And Chad Brown turf sprinting hasn't been wonderful at Belmont either. And you have Manny up. It's not Pratt. It's not Irad. There's a lot of reasons why wasn't willing to swallow that 2-1 price.
I don't think saying that Manny's riding for Chad we can officially say is a downgrade anymore. I think he's done that too many times.
You want to do a Manny versus Irad bet, even money?
Listen, you can do a Manny versus Pratt bet right now the way things are going for those two.
I don't know if I want that. I told you, Pratt sucked last weekend. He has not been great today either.
No, that's what I mean. Manny's outriding him.
I do think Pratt will be better at Saratoga than Belmont. I think these turns are still giving him trouble.
I'll take Pratt over Manny.
I think
they call him out on a limb, Aaron.
Pratt's just waiting for those new, freshly turned Chad Brown 2-year-olds on the turf. That's what he's waiting for.
Definitely thought you said nude and not new. So first, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, they're off.
All right, here we go.
You also said jacking it earlier this show, Aaron. I think I know where your brain's at today.
Did I say jacking it?
You did. Yeah, you're saying.
When did I say that?
You said it.
Right.
You said talking about jacking it every 2 weeks on this show. Like 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
I think you heard something different. I think your mind thought I said that.
Don't worry, Aaron. I know where the receipts are kept. I'll find them for you.
Yeah, they're kept on YouTube, fortunately. So 5, hey there, going right to the lead there with Flavian Pratt. Devilish is sitting second. They got Frosted Oats. Miss Green, I like your spot there, Aaron.
I know.
And Doc's 26-1 shot sitting right behind you.
Yep. The 8 didn't break well again, but they've been closing pretty decent on this track, so we'll see.
22-3 is pretty fast for this level too. I mean, that's not quite where that's faster than you generally want to be going here. And the 12 horse goes 3 wide around the turn, already asking. So
that 12 horse is already going backwards.
Here comes Rosario on the Clement, circling around in the lime green silks and the purple hat.
Come on, Frosted. Come on, girl. Come on.
Oh,
come on, Frosted.
Got shut off on the 2.
Come on, Frosted. Get up there, girl. Get in there. Get in there, girl. Get in there.
It looks like we're down to 5 or 9.
Get there, girl. Come on. Fight. God, get there.
9.
You got it.
You got it.
9.
So what I was trying to say earlier, Jared has the 9 and she was 4-5. Does that put him? Is he close to the top 3 now?
Yes.
4-1. That'll be $10. So 37.
Is he gonna beat Aaron with that from 27?
My guess is he slots right in front of Kevin, in behind Aaron.
That'd be my guess. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be close.
And then which that was the worst case for everybody who had Nick and Bree had the 5. The only horse they didn't want beating is the 9, and then Jared just jumped right ahead of them there, and now everybody's blocked with an 11.
Yeah.
And then from the Dr. Tang perspective, let's give a quick check on that one. The highest 9 was at $16, so that race did not affect him very much.
So he's in good shape.
He is. He's going to be $21 ahead of the closest person who can catch him, who's Ken Jordan, who's a super nice guy and a very good handicapper. So,
I know that.
He was actually the first person I ever met when I went to NHC. I sat down at his table with him and his buddies. He's an NHC Hall of Famer there, or NTRA Hall of Famer.
I'm excited.
You're excited. I just had a horse win.
The one horse ran well, by the way, for DeVoe. 20-1, came up and got third.
Oh, and she's got a good horse that's got a good chance in the Chicago Stakes at Churchill Downs tomorrow. Bayerness.
You like Bayerness? Jared likes Bayerness tomorrow too. Yeah. The 3 didn't run horrible. It wasn't good enough. 13-1.
I think that's a good horse to watch for sure. The Linda Rice horse, the 3.
This super is going to sting. I played 2-7 over 2-7-5-9 over 1-2-3 2-7-5-9 over 1-2-3 2-7-5-9. This is the wrong order. They needed a Clement to win that race. And that would have been nice. Oh, all right.
Oh.
So we are unofficial there, but we are going to be going official shortly as Saez wins the last at Belmont. We've got 1 minute to post. 1 minute to post in Maryland here. Your favorite is the 11, all the way on the outside at 5-2. Let's see. With the 9, that does not get Jared enough. Aaron's on the 8, sitting at 10-1. That probably does catch Doc. Yeah. So I'm guessing, Aaron, you are live to the 8. The 1 will not catch. The 1 is 3-1. 5. Really, it's just the 7, the 10. The 8 just took a hit down to 8-1. The 7 or the 10. And Doc is the other 7. So I think it is either you or Doc here with the prices where they sit. Now, Jared could probably knock you out a second. I think the winner is either you or Doc.
We still don't have that price up or the
official.
Yeah. Okay. So if the 8 wins, it doesn't affect Doc and the other ones, correct? Because I don't want to root for this 8 if it's going to knock him out at $10,000.
Let me double check. No, he's clear from the 8.
Okay, so he needs to dodge 3, 6, 7.
I think he needs to dodge 10 too.
Okay.
Because the person had the 9, has the 10 here, and they're 15-1.
Jared is in 4th. Nick Sievers is in 3rd, and I held
go
2nd.
Higher than that.
So here we go. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you, the 11's going to win this race. I promise you, the 11's going to win this race. Because it'll knock me out of 2nd.
And 3rd.
And 3rd. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Maybe
the 11 will win the race for sure.
You'll drop down to about 6th.
Yeah. And I've played the best I've ever played in a tournament today, and I will get about 6, like I do when I just pick favorites and get about 6th. So.
Yeah, but this time you had a chance to win, which you have never had before.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. The first one we did, remember, all the favorites won except the last race, and it knocked me out. So I had a chance that day.
So we'll quickly share the BCBC here. So we take a look at this.
Sorry.
So the 6 here, he's got $16 on him. What's the 6's odds? 5-1. So the 6 can get him.
Yeah.
The 7 is at 50. The 7 can get him. The 3 at 9-1. That probably gets him. And then the 10 down here at 15-1 would be really close. So we are not rooting for the 6, 7, 3, or 10. I think pretty much anyone else is good to go there for Doc. So you can root for your 8 openly, Aaron. That's the what we learned there.
Good
So what gravitated you toward the 8, by the way? 30-1 morning line, sitting on the board at 14-1 now.
Well, once again, I'm trying to get horses that are just, crazy and maybe people wouldn't use. And for this one, it's like, look, they tried the turf last time out. It got rained off. We finally getting the turf. We're dropping down. We're getting a jockey that's a little bit better than what we had. Hey, let's give it a shot. Maybe this horse gets on the turf and really wakes up. And again, I tried to get a unique horse, and just me and the good doc, Dr. Miranda, used him. So that was just kind of my thought process on it.
I don't hate it. I mean, the scratch off the turf and just see if maybe second off the layoff, if you can get a number. I thought the 5 and 6 were both really interesting here, just because of breeding. Giants Causeway Smart trade on the 6, more than ready on the 5. It's going to be the second time turf start for the 5. So I thought this was an interesting closing race.
Here we go. Let's see if this 11 will win by 6 lengths or 8. I'm going to say 8, probably.
Magic, who'd you play here?
I have the 6.
Well, that's not good, Magic. We don't want to root.
That's why I've been staying quiet. Mike could have taken 2 seconds to look at the leaderboard and gone, oh, he's got the 6. I won't ask him.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to produce over here. Just flipping between all these things.
I'm glad you're doing something since I don't see you there in the top 15.
Oh, shots fired!
Wow,
shots fired.
Do you want to
Venmo me for the tequila now, or do you want to wait till after the game tonight?
I've been offering you for 3 days to send it to you. I'm really glad I hedged and put a shit ton of money on Colorado to win the series when I heard how confident you were.
All right, we are off, and the 11 has made the lead here.
There goes the 11.
There. Yeah. Well, because the 1 checked out.
Yeah.
The 1 checked out and took the other horses.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
I hate these tournaments. Man, I hate them.
Just air with this 11. Get
Just hold off the 6. Don't let the 6 get up there.
Oh.
Is that the 3?
What happened to that 11?
That's the 3.
The 3.
Come on, 11.
No.
Come on, 7.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
Come on, 7.
Come on, 7. Get up. Get up.
Come on,
Last
7.
try. Get up.
Get up, 7.
Oh,
we didn't do it. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh, that is brutal. 49. What was the off odds?
I can't look.
Did they get bet down?
The 3 was 9-1.
All right, 49. That's going to do it. Oh, that's a tough one, Doc. That is a brutal, brutal beat there to close it out.
Didn't it? Was it the top 3 of the 3 horses he needed to avoid too? Did it go 3-7-6?
I think
he needed to avoid 2.
Almost.
Yeah, I guess the 7 probably would have caught him too, wouldn't it? That makes it less of a brutal beat.
Close.
Oh. No.
We had one person in the dudes tournament there, Mark Elliott, who had it down there in the 21st spot. So he'll jump up here, but I don't think it's going to make much of an impact on the top 3. Oh, that's rough, Doc.
Yeah, that's rough. No way around it. That's rough. Well, maybe we'll get lucky, and no, there's no. It could, no, I'm doing the math. I've got it on the screen now. He's
the one consolation is at least the 7 would have gotten him too.
The 7 would have gotten him, yeah.
Yeah. So we'd I just started rooting for the other horse because I knew the 3 would have, but the 7 would have gotten him too. So the Bob didn't kill him; it was the race that killed him. But still, that is one of the worst feelings in tournaments is when you are ahead in a big tournament and you get beat in the last race because of a price.
Ugh. What happened to that 11? That horse looked like he's about to stumble or something.
He just stopped.
Yeah, I thought it almost looked like he hit the rail or so. It was weird.
Well, hey, at least Dr. Tang won this one, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Dr. Tang. You win the tournament, buddy. Good job. All right, Mike, tell him what he wins.
Doc, you are the proud winner of $150 in site credit as well as $105 in cash.
I
Oh.
hope that keeps you warm tonight.
That's
so bad.
Well, listen, this is a guy that could use $150 in site credit. He plays a lot, so that's good.
Yeah.
He'll be able to use it. Yeah.
He probably has a breakage refund, right? For the
He gets $500 back for the BCBC tournament as well.
Okay, well, it's not the worst thing.
It's a little bit better, but man, that is. I know the feeling. That's brutal. The only thing worse is when you get nosed out of a place and that costs you a big tournament.
I mean, yeah, it's awful. I shouldn't be speaking. That's awful. But listen, you got to look at the bright side of things, and
this is going to put a real damper on trying to cure cancer the rest of the day too.
Well,
Magic.
That's quite a comment. Okay.
All right, we're official. It's 37156 there to close out the day from a wild day. Really, like Laurel, the last 2 weeks we've done this. Last 2 times we've done this. It's been an absolute train wreck. I mean, just you've had prices that have determined the tournament, and you've also at the same time had some of these crazy things like the late scratch this time that have made a big difference as well. But man, okay. Trish, real quick. Going to bachelor party next weekend. Where do I go to bet the ponies? Any advice, good tips on a budget? Going to be in Vegas. I personally love South Point. And if you go to South Point and you tell Mary you know Mike Somich and you bet show parlays, she'll give you all the free drink tickets you want. So I would go to South Point. And show parlays, by the way, are like the secret to getting free drinks in Las Vegas. If all of your friends pool together $5 and you walk up, you bet a $20 show and you ask for a drink ticket, they'll give you one drink ticket. And if you hit it, you walk back up and let's say it paid $3 for $2, you got $30. Then you bet a $30 show and ask for a drink ticket. They'll give you a drink ticket. You just got to keep doing that and keep parlaying it up. Pick a number. I think we stopped at we would stop at 100 and just bet $100 show bets if we kept hitting them. But you're gonna pay $20 for a drink anyway in Vegas. So you might as well have a racehorse, and then try and get more and more and more. And if you get enough, they'll start giving you 2, 3 at a time. Especially if you're a bachelorette party, I bet they'll just love it. And then you can drink for free.
Yeah, Trish sums it up perfectly. South Point, Mary, show parlay, boom.
Yeah, tell Mary you know Mike Somich, who audited the race and sports book there, and he said to go to the South Point to bet the horses.
If that actually works.
She's still managing the race book. I have confirmation. She is still the race book manager.
If that actually works.
You'll have to report back, Trish, and let me know if it actually works.
Wow. I love it. Have fun, Trish. That's going to be a good time, man. Yeah. Love it.
That's also where the VSiN studios are. So you can go over and say hi to our boy Patrick while you're there.
Yes. If you tell, now listen, this is true. If you tell Patrick, you know the racing dudes, he'll probably just smile and say, cool. I don't think he can do anything for you, really, but he's a really nice guy, Trish. So go see Patrick from VSiN.
And if you're at the corner of 6th and Vine, say hi to Blind Willie from Magic. I don't know. The one person I know in Vegas is in Nashville right now, actually, so I can't tell you anything.
If just one like I love Las Vegas. One more restaurant recommendation. If you're into noodles, there's a place called Shang Artisan Noodles, which is off the strip, which is the best noodles in the entire world. They homemake the dumplings to order, and they homemake the noodles every hour. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. That's it. That's all I got.
It wouldn't be a show about Vegas if Mike didn't bring up his favorite noodle place. That's not he really does bring it up a lot. That's not.
Do you like noodles, Magic?
I mean, I like noodles. I'm not gonna make a sojourn to Vegas for the world's best noodles. Like if I'm thinking about it, sure. What about you, Aaron?
It's cheap. It's off the strip. It's delicious, man.
Actually, we should ask Papa Dude. What's Papa Dude's feelings on noodles? Next dudes who bet. Let's ask him.
All right, we'll ask him. What's your favorite noodle place? And we'll see what he says.
No, favorite noodle.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. I can confirm Papa Dude hates Olive Garden. So.
Oh.
Is he more of a Johnny Carabas?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
What's the one they write the crayon with their name backwards on the tablecloth? No, it's another Italian noodle place.
Fazoli's?
No, Buca di Beppo is not bad though too. Well, it's like, hey, Aaron and Jared, you need to make it out for NHC. And then we can go to my noodle place, and you can all shut the bleep up because it's amazing. And then we can go to Golden Steer, which is my favorite steakhouse there. And then we'll all be happy.
Okay, cool. We ate at a really good place. I don't remember the name of it, though.
Well, that helps everybody.
It was super good. It was in Mandalay Bay. There's like 7 restaurants there. One of them was really good.
I don't think that's true. Mandalay Bay does not have any good restaurants.
No, there was one that's really this one. It's like a steak place. It's really good. Gosh, I don't know. It was good.
It's fantastic programming.
Yeah.
Really loving it.
Well, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
We're just having fun now.
Are we going to do this next week, or are we going to wait 2 weeks, Aaron?
I think it's 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I need a break from all this noodle talk. I can't take this every week. I need 2 weeks.
Mark's got an NHC seat. One went down at Lone Star with me 2 weeks back.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that is cool.
I saw him. I didn't say it. I thought I recognized the name.
Okay, I'm gonna find out what that steakhouse is now. Hold on.
Yes, you can bet at Stadium Swim. That's Circa, and they have a racebook and sportsbook. I'm not sure if there's actual windows outside. I would assume there is, but I would be. I know that you can bet horses at Circa, which is where Stadium Swim is. Which, by the way, look freaking amazing. I would love to do an NFL Sunday at Stadium Swim at some point.
Well, Trish wants us to do a Vegas show, so all right. We'll get Mike is going to work on getting Noodles R Us to sponsor, or whatever the hell it was called, to sponsor us, and we'll come out to Vegas. We'll have the racing dudes party at Noodles R Us. We'll bring Jared out. We'll bring Aaron out. It'll be a good time.
It's called Tinder.
Called Tinder?
The steakhouse is called Tinder Steakhouse.
Jesus, of course it is.
T-E.
Do you get an iPad and just swipe right on whatever you want for dinner?
No, it's T-E-N-D-E-R, not T-I-N-D-E-R.
I like Trish's comment here. I think we should have a Racing Dudes Vegas weekend where we fly out there, where corporate flies us out for a weekend. We do a live show from one of these sports books.
Corporate flies us out. I like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm all for it. We got to do it Memorial Day weekend, right, Magic? That's gonna be the weekend.
Yep.
And we're all going to AEW. So.
Yep, that's part of
it. No, I gotta go to Lone Star that weekend.
Well, too damn bad.
Well, some of us have to actually work here. We almost have to watch wrestling all the time.
You're not working. You're trying to qualify for the NHC. That's not work. I don't care if you qualify or not.
Dr. Tang clearly showed it is hard work that he still didn't get done.
Magic, that's awful. That you're rude.
It's like you just met Magic.
If you listen to Tyler Hoffman, that's my future brother-in-law right there. So it's okay. We're family. We're allowed to rib each other.
Who's your future brother-in-law?
Dr. Tang.
How is that?
Mike, would you like to explain the birds and the bees while we get out of here?
I'm not sure if your son marries his daughter that's brother-in-law.
No.
That would be like something parent-in-law, because you're both parents, not siblings of your children. If you're
Dr.
siblings of
Tang
your children, we have a whole other discussion we need to have here.
You don't become the in-laws that way?
No. My brother-in-law is the person my sister married. So maybe grandfathers-in-law?
No.
Or fathers-in-law?
No,
your father-in-law.
They're nothing.
It would be grandfather-in-law, because he would be your son's father-in-law.
Aaron, what's your favorite noodle?
Olive Garden.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we'll be back on Monday for the Magic Mike Show and Dudes Who Bet and who knows whatever the hell else. Make sure you subscribe, because if you had fun with this, you're still hanging out. Trust me, it gets a lot better. So subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/racingdudes. We'll be back on Monday.
Let me interrupt. Now, what you guys have gotten the last 5 minutes is what happens when we get together and just are just dicking around, right?
We end broadcast.
This is the pre-show and the post-show. Live on Air.
Exactly. Yes. And this is, so if you're ever at the track and we're at the track, come hang out, because this is what it is. It's noodle talk and,
over the rails. But yeah, this is pretty much where we're at.
Right. With alcohol, I'm definitely involved at the track. So even better. Okay.
This Vegas trip just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, first weekend March Madness is incredible for Las Vegas.
Okay. March 2023.
Papa Samo agrees. He's standing right there.
I agree.
got the Papa Samo approved first weekend of March Madness.
Papa Samo is a lot of fun to hang out with too. There he is.
Hey, Papa.
Good to see you.
Hey. Well, they want to get to the beach, so we'll let them go to the beach. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the pool with my son, Aaron. Have fun in wherever.
Enjoy Olive Garden, Aaron.
Enjoy Olive Garden. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Monday. Take care, everybody.